Welcome back to Belmont Bunch. We're doing something a little bit different for the Boston game today. We're filming this right after the first period has ended, and I wanted to recap period by period to see how quickly I can go insane. Judging by the first period, very quickly. The Islanders are down 2-0. The shots are only 11-8, so they've been they haven't been bad. They've had some really wonky goals go in against them. The first one, I want to see a few more replay angles. I haven't gotten a chance yet because the first period just ended. I've only seen what the telecast had. It looks like the referee's idea of this counting is Andy Green made contact with Bergeron to send Bergeron into Varlamov, and then they score on the empty net with Varlamov down. First impression of it was that they got it right. In some of the replays, it looks like Bergeron was already falling. I'm surprised they don't review this. I'm surprised the Islanders don't challenge. But probably because it's so early into the game, they don't want to waste their challenge so quickly, and then also be on the penalty kill if they don't win it. I shouldn't even say when they don't win it, because that's just the way things have been going. And then later in the period, they get a weird bounce off of Boychuk. I think Varlamov picks it up late because he's screened. Grzelcyk was just trying to put the puck cross ice. It goes off Boychuk's knee and finds its way in. Two really weird.
It was off his skate, I thought.
I thought it was higher up because it was airborne when it went in. Either way, it's such a weird goal, and I by no means can argue that the Islanders were the better team in the period, but I don't think they deserved to be down 2-0. Really weird goals. We had a shot at an empty net and we missed it, so you could probably just say maybe you should score on your empty net chance. Boston scored on theirs, but that's pretty much all I've got for now. Guys that looked good, Eberle looked good, Barzal looks fine, Pajot looks pretty good. We have a power play carrying over to the second. Our first power play was really bad. Our second power play started off pretty well, and right before the intermission, symbolically announcing how bad a period it was, Barzal tripped Eberle going into the zone, and that's about where we're at right now. This isn't a must-win, but if they were to win it, every team in the Metro lost last night outside of Philly, and Philly was playing another Metro team, and that didn't go to overtime, so thank God. But yeah, we'll see how it goes second period. I thought they had a decent push. Could really use a power play goal here to get back in it. Maybe a little bit of luck. Another Pulak shot off the glass to Pajot. And that's pretty much it. So we'll catch back up with you in about 20 to 30 minutes when the end of the second is occurring. It's a weird sentence. All right. That's it.
And we're back with today's intermission report for the Islanders-Bruins game. We've just wrapped up the second period, and here to get thoughts on how the game is going is Tom Carosa.
They suck.
You care to elaborate at all or no?
Nope.
Okay. Any thoughts on how to maybe do better in the third period?
Well, if we get pucks deep, get our feet moving, coach has a really good game plan, and we still feel like we can get back in this, even though we've sucked so far. You get pucks on net, stuff like that,
Oh, so cliches.
Yeah, no.
Well, you have 12 shots.
Fuck you. The game just ended. It was a pitiful effort, and that's why I didn't even decide to clip my mic. I'm going to show the same amount of effort that the Islanders showed for 90% of this game. I think they did get to the 20-shot threshold by the end, but my God, they're the only team in the league that looks reluctant to create any offense or shoot the puck or beat Boston at home, which they haven't done apparently since 2013. I had seen on Twitter 2011, and then on the MSG broadcast it said 2013. Doesn't matter. It's embarrassing either way. Yeah, I don't even know what to say. They were just awful. James, do you have any questions about the game? Because I don't have much to riff on. They just sucked.
Yeah, I don't have any. I'm going to put the same amount of effort into my questions
Sure.
as they did into the game.
Sure.
Yeah.
So you're not going to ask any? It's going to be like their shots.
It's going to be like their shots, yeah.
Do you have any? Got any questions?
You think Butch Goring would have been proud?
No.
Do you think it's fair that he had to suffer through this game, considering you know, he had to suffer through watching them for like 30 years and commentating.
I just blew into the mic. That's probably not good. But
Low effort, it doesn't matter.
yeah, exactly. I would say I feel bad for Butch because Tonelli got to watch a 4-1 win, even though they looked awful that night too. They were just playing Detroit. They like how many games in this stretch, starting with Nashville, have they looked good in? Like none? Like none? Played? Like exactly none? They had the 4-game road trip starting in Nashville.
Yeah.
Where they lost to Nashville, Vegas.
This is too hard. We're putting too much effort.
It's too much effort.
Yeah, the answer is not
they
a
suck. this
not a playoff team.
This 3-game I don't know. They're a very, very borderline team right now. The Flyers. They took no advantage of last night. The Rangers, Carolina, Columbus, and Pittsburgh lost. Islanders get a big chance. Should have seen that. The players probably don't want to scoreboard watch because they just want to be focused on their job. But you obviously know that all those teams lost last night. And you would think that plus Butch Goring's retirement ceremony, you'd give a little bit of a shit. They gave no shits whatsoever. The Islanders played one okay period and then shut it down. After 2, I think the Islanders had a total of like 16 shots in their last 4 periods. That's embarrassing. That's terrible. Good teams can get 16 shots in 1 period. So that's kind of all I have to say. This was terrible. Boston played very well.
Except all the penalties that they committed.
Yeah, Boston committed a lot of penalties, but I think they know how bad the Islanders' power play, 0 for 6 in this game, is, and they know how good their penalty kill is. The one positive, there's exactly one positive. This is just so funny. The Islanders killed 4 power plays. They gave up a power play goal at the end.
Yeah.
But they were pretty good on the penalty kill. That's it. That's it. And God, this one's not on Barry Trotz. Obviously, it's on the players. But Barry, yeah, okay, that's fair. They probably should challenge that goal early on.
Obviously, that's a tough call right in the beginning of the game.
Yeah, and I mean, it's easier to say when you know that they would end up doing nothing with it. So you're like, maybe if they just replayed the whole game, and that's the only opportunity they could have had to basically press reset. They were terrible. I actually think Trotz, needs to get a little bit of heat so that light a bit of fire under the players, because he needs to know this isn't good enough too. The players need to know this isn't good enough. If they were in the West, maybe it would be, but even then, you can't fall back on that stuff. Even though I just did. So that's the video. Bye.